Okay, welcome back to Quest for Future Creativity. Today is really exciting because I'm gonna try to tell you how we're gonna kick off this whole sort of project. We want to get everybody involved creatively, sort of right from where you're sitting now, and with the tools you have. You don't have to have a big Lego collection. You don't have to have anything like a 3D printer and be really good in Unreal and so on. If you are, of course, that's perfect. But you have to get your imagination rolling. So imagine you land in the middle of this ocean. What would you want to see in front of you? Is it a container floating in the middle of the ocean, dropped off by a container ship? Is it a strange rig that are out cleaning the water? Is it a creature coming up from below? Is it an island, an old whaling station where you have old equipment and you have some crazy old fisherman that's been stranded there for 30 years and thought that the world had gone and it's gone totally sort of strange? Or is it a ship full of scientists that are approaching this strange new world where creatures have gone into fast evolution? What are you gonna make of the future? And that is what we're gonna invite you to. So if you look at this picture, this is our key visual. And as you can see, it's sort of a container shaped thing lying in the water. I love this line of water where you are both above and below. It is sort of the human condition. We're made out of water, but we have to breathe. So we are sort of in between. And that in between is, I think, what life is about. It's about the now, the living now. And we are navigating the waves as we go along. But how do you make a visual of what the future is about? This picture we have the safe pod, and we have this strange container with a plant on top and a light tower and reses, or somebody is standing up there, and it's basically shaped as a question mark. So this is a very sort of iconic letter or sign about what are you gonna make. And of course the dot underneath the question mark is it's just caught in that second where it passes by and becomes the question mark, because in the next second that is gone and it's not a question mark anymore. So this is sort of the living sort of breathing, constantly changing universe when you are in the water. It's a three-dimensional world. It's like being in space, but you can basically you have it outside your door on any coast. This magical three-dimensional world where all kinds of strange creatures live is right there. You don't have to go to space. And how we're going to do this? We will introduce the wave builder, or the wave build sort of project, because any kind of creative tool you have or you prefer, it could be modeling in clay, it could be cutting in wood, it could be finding material in your garage, putting that together to make some kind of location. And size-wise, you can basically put your minifix in there, and then the size becomes the structure becomes really big. Of course, you can also build a big creature, and then and everything else gets really small. So you play with the size, and we have some basic building elements in there. We have the containers that we know the size of, and they can contain different things you need in this future, or it can also be dangerous stuff. It could be really valuable stuff. It could be survival stuff. It could even be plants and trees or coral that sort of is dropped out there and will start to grow because there's an AI inside. So take all these different parts, stick them, glue them together into this future world, and you can add AI every place you want. If you want a thinking sort of structure, or a thinking machine, or a creature that's partly technology, part nature. And the AI can be programmed in a good way, or in a bad way, or in a neutral way. depending on who has built this. So it's very much about what these creatures and these things are doing. That defines their good or bad. So that's also in flux. And this is what we are kicking off in 25 January. That we want to invite everybody to give their sort of impression of what should be in this world. What should rest be able to visit? What islands? What structures? What creatures? And so on. It would be amazing to have a big catalog of amazing ideas, and of course, the community would be able to look at that and discuss in between you and rate it. And this is not a competition, as I see it. This is to get everything started, and everything is okay. Everything is in there as long as it's of course within normal moral structures and is pointing at the story universe of Rebel Nature. And basically, you could imagine that if we do something with the game and so on, these things could appear in different shapes. It could be represented. It could even have your name on it. It could be your entrance point of your part of this. You become a wave builder, so your membership will actually be shaped by what you build or what you create and think out. And you can become a character inside the story. So everything is open. Imagine this is the Bionicle universe, and you have to sort of find out what's on this island and what's underneath it, and what are all the ideas about what exists here. This is our sort of open aquarium and open sandbox for making a great new story that's hopefully can inspire hope for the future. So that's what Wave Build is about, and let's get started very soon. I want all of you to become real wave builders and be part of this amazing new creative movement. See you soon, out on the waves. Bye.